Well, how y'all doing? It's Dan. I want to welcome everyone to my home in the sticks. Lord of mercy, wherever you are at in the world, hope you're having a show enough good day and everything's good with you. But over here in East Central Mississippi, I'm here to tell you rain. We've been getting a lot of rain. And finna get some more rain. Before we get started on today's video, I'm always going to say that if you're new to the channel, I want to welcome you. And if you return and just see what old Dan's got going on over here, I sure enough thank you for coming back. But what I want to share with you and y'all today is, Lord of mercy, we're going to talk about range brass. And if you're not doing this, you might start thinking about doing this. So give me a second, and that's what we finna talks about. Dan, what you mean range brass? Well, let me show you. Here's a bunch of range brass that I have over here at the home in the sticks, and this is just stuff that I picked up from the range that I shoot at. Got some 12 gauge holes, a bunch of handgun holes, got some 45s, probably got some 9mm, whoops, and this is some 5.56 223, and this is all range brass. All right, Dan. Yeah, that's some pretty cool looking range brass, but what do you mean? Okay, let's start off by me saying range. When I say range, I shoot at my local range. Y'all know that I'm a law enforcement officer, so we have an outdoor range. The powers that be allow me to pick up some of the range brass off of the range, and most of it is going to be 5.56 223 type shell casings. Now, if you enjoy shooting sports, or you shoot skeet, or you just like to go out and recreationally shoot at your local range, check with the range, the people that run the range master or a safety officer or whoever that may be running the range. Ask them if it's okay to pick up range brass. Some ranges don't like you to pick up the brass off of the range for several reasons, and probably the most important reason is safety issues. People are shooting, they don't want you to go past the shooting line to pick up brass or anything like that while other folks may be shooting. So I guess it varies by where you and y'all may be as far as your local range, be it an indoor range or a outdoor range. Just check with the folks that run the range, indoor or outdoor, and ask them if it's okay to police up some brass or your brass. And some ranges don't have a problem with it. If the range is cold and there's nobody there, they probably won't have a problem with it. But then again, check to make sure that it's okay to pick up the range brass. Dan, I don't hand load and I don't engage in any type of shooting activities. Well, I'm going to tell you, it doesn't really matter. And I'm going to tell you why that it should, if you're not picking up range brass, maybe you should be. And the first reason that I'm going to tell you picking up range brass is a good thing is because range brass can be used as a bartering tool. I've seen it done thousands of times all over the online forums that I'm a member of. Folks may not, and especially now, what's going on in the world right now, brass is not so much hard to find, but it's starting to get really expensive to buy. So you'll have a lot of folks out there that'll say, you know what, I have 1,000 pieces of 223 5.56 brass that I want to trade for a couple of sleeves of primers. That is a bartering tool. That's something that you can have on hand that you may be able to trade for something else. Now, what I'm going to say, as a hand loader, I see brass on the ground, that's like gold. That's like money sitting on the ground. And especially if they say, hey Dan, you can pick up all the brass that you want, that's even better. That's like me, a kid in a candy store, and I'm going to start picking it up. Now, I may not shoot 45 ACP or 38 Special. I might not even have those calibers, but I'm still going to pick up that brass and keep it, because I may be able to take that brass and turn it into something else that I may need. And this is me talking as a hand loader. As somebody that maybe does not engage in any type of shooting activities, or they don't hand load, I'd still pick it up anyways, because hey, you may start hand loading. You may watch videos and like, you know what? I have this old 38 that's been sitting in my drawer for a long time and I never shot it and it's expensive to buy ammunition for it. Maybe I might start hand loading for it maybe and shoot it every now and then. Doesn't matter. Pick it up. I'm going to show you why I pick up all of the 223, 5.56 brass that I can. I'm going to show you one of the big reasons why over here. So let's go do that. Okay, what we have here is just an old dirty piece of range brass, and this is 223, 5.56 range brass. And what I can do is I can turn this into this. See how nice and shiny that is? There's no primer in it. But I could take this and turn it into this. And this is a fully loaded 223 round. Now on the other hand, that 223 brass, I could turn it into something else that I shoot. Let's look at that. Okay, here is our 223 casing, and I can form it into this. And this is a piece of 300 blackout brass that I have formed and shaped into 300 blackout from a piece of 223 brass. And this is what it looks like when I get done with it. And this is a fully loaded piece of 300 blackout. So I can load this up in my rifle, I can hunt with it, or I could shoot some targets with it. This is more of a target round, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. So this one piece of brass can be used in a few different ways, and I'm sure there's some other things that you can resize and cut 223 down to or into. There may be a few other casings that you can make from this parent case, but for me, it's 223, 300 blackout. So that's another reason why I pick up all of the range brass that I can when I get the chance to, is because I can take that range brass and turn it into two different calibers that I know that I shoot over here at the Home in the Sticks. And I collect a lot of range brass when I can. If any of you and y'all may have an interest on how old Dan, what my steps are as far as prepping this brass, put something down in the comments and I will get a video together on how I prep my brass and how I prepare it to start hand loading it into 223 or 300 blackout. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're out on a range, or you may be at the homestead and you may have some folks over at the homestead that are just target practicing or maybe shooting some skeet or something of that nature, go on and police up all of that brass and save it. And considering the powers that be in Washington are making it just a little bit harder every day for law-abiding citizens to engage in an activity that they like to engage in, being shooting sports, it would behoove you to collect all the brass that you can and just save it, because you never know when you're going to need it. Well, all right, that's what I wanted to share with you and y'all today. Lord of mercy, old Dan popping his gums about picking up range brass. And yeah, I say it again, if you're out on a range, go on and police up that range brass. It keeps the range clean, and it may be a valuable piece of material that you can use later on. And it doesn't matter if you're not into hand loading, or you may not enjoy shooting sports or anything like that. Somebody in your family might, or later on down the road, you and y'all might get into shooting activities and hand loading ammunition. So again, I hope everybody has a show enough good day, and I hope you stay safe amid this crisis that we still have going on. If you like this video, go and give it a thumbs up to help. If you haven't subscribed to the Home and Sticks channel, Lord of mercy, y'all need to come on over and give old Dan a look, because I'm always doing stuff like picking up range brass. With that being said, you know it's coming down right for show enough. Always gonna say it. Don't let nobody doubt your shine. And I mean nobody. You sure enough get your shine on. Pick up some range brass if you can. And Dan will see you and y'all in the next video.